Yo, what's good everybody, and welcome back to another episode of TheStankCast. I'm your host, HamStank. He's your co-host, Craig Moo Cowie. Craig, say hello to the people.
Well, what's happening, people?
What is happening, everybody? I'm coming in fresh. This is a new week. Hi, Beans. What you saying, boy? I am clean shaven, ready to go. It's been, how long has it been since UFC 300? A week.
Yeah.
It's been a week since UFC 300. We've let the fights settle. We've had a re-look over them, and we missed last week for various reasons because we're busy people, but we're back this week. Kerry, what's been happening with you this week?
Absolutely nothing.
No?
Absolutely nothing. Yeah, no.
Well,
yeah,
it's a good thing we're here to. Oh, you did. You went to ADCC.
Well, no, yeah, was it no AGP? Actually, actually, do you know what? That was a total lie. I said nothing's happened. Things have happened. UFC 300's happened, and AGP happened at the weekend as well. So things have been on. I've been busy watching AGP, and I was reffing at AGP on Saturday. So well, actually, I have been busy doing stuff. I totally lied.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Beans absolutely came in off cue there and just knocked me sideways for.
He'll be partially raging about your beard hair because he likes fucking rubbing his face on it.
Yeah, I know. He did try it earlier. He did try it earlier and then was confused and just looked at me. But it's a good thing. We're here to recap UFC 300. It lived up to the hype that I was giving it anyway.
Yeah. Do you know what? I will admit I maybe did disrespect it a little bit when it first was on, but it was awesome. I do think the 300,000 bonuses
helped.
Probably egged people on a little bit more to really go, but still, it was actually slamming.
Yeah, it was. And did you see the video Dana White came out with afterwards? After the UFC 300.
What, at the presser or just a video?
It was just a video. Nina shared it on Twitter.
Okay.
It was a video of him being, and it was her caption was Dana sees everything, and it was like a video of Dana White being like, all these YouTube experts, all these MMA experts were saying how trash the card was going to be. They were like. Everyone, and then he put the clips up of all these YouTubers on that. Brandon Shaw was on it, trash talking UFC 300. Put all these clips up, and then he put up all the stats from UFC 300 about like biggest gate, like all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't see that, man.
And
I've not seen that.
It lived up to like the hype of all that he was giving it anyway. I gave it the same because from start to finish it was fucking slamming. Cody Garbrandt Figueiredo was a elite way to open the card.
Yeah.
Even the early prelims, it was just slamming, and it wasn't one of them ones where it was hard to stay awake either. Like you were just up.
Yeah, no, I watched them all easily.
Yeah,
because they were that good.
Because you're over in most of the people we take for granted, right? Because the other night we watched Cage Warriors.
Yeah.
In Scotland, and because it was in Glasgow, and it was on main event finished at 11.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how hyped would we be for that?
And that was such a good card as well.
That was really
good. Those fights as well.
And like we were, how hyped and awake were we for that? And like Americans get to do that every week for the UFC. They're not staying up till 6 a.m. when we have to do that. And then, pardon me, on Sundays going to work. So
yeah,
it takes a lot to be a UFC fan from.
It is Europe. A bit annoying, but like, what time is it? Like when our main events are 3, what time's that in America? Do you know what the difference is?
Well,
like what time are they watching?
If our main events are at like 6 a.m, right, and there's say there's at 11, that'll be a 7-hour time difference. So if our main events are at 3 o'clock, that would mean theirs would be at 8 o'clock.
I'm just telling you now. Let me see. It is 9:30. So if it's, wait a minute.
I've never been to.
Yeah, 5 hours. 5 hours
difference.
Yeah. So when we're watching it at 3 o'clock in the morning, they're watching it at 10 at night.
That's perfect for that.
Yeah, that's unreal.
And if we're watching at 6, they're watching at 1 a.m.
Yeah, when it finishes at 6, that's finished at 1 a.m. for them.
Yeah, because the Vegas ones are 6 o'clock, aren't they?
Oh, that's when they end. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a hardcore trying to be a UFC fan over in Europe, but UFC 300 was different. You were just hyped from the get go because the card was so packed the whole way through. What was it? They said 12 former champions and current
13, I think it was.
13.
Well, Figueiredo and Garbrandt to open the card, both
former champions.
Yeah, which is absolutely nuts.
Not even
opening up the Fight Pass
early prelims
with 2 champions, with 2 previous champions. It's actually nuts.
And then the next fight after that being the guy who's fought the most in UFC history, Jim Miller.
Jim fucking Miller.
Mental.
Gutted they didn't do that for him.
Yeah, I know.
That they didn't Jim. And do you know what? To be fair, we missed it.
Yeah.
We were talking so much about whether they were going to say it or not. Like, I then looked and they were both just like, oh, wait to start fighting. I was like,
you were like, no, you asked me, did he say it? And I went, no.
Yeah, I rewound it. He didn't say it, which is actually gutting.
No, but they said it at the weigh-in. What's his name? The commentator. John Anik.
Did he?
Yeah, John Anik said it at the weigh-ins. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good then.
Jim Miller, I think he fist bumped him for it.
Yeah.
But straight from the get-go, bro, tell me what you thought. UFC 300 from top to start, from top to bottom. Do
you know what? Honestly, there's so many fights on it. I'm gonna struggle to try and like remember each one of them as we go. But like some of the,
let's talk highlights, right? Because the highlights of the card were
the highlights are gonna be
if you all go
Hill
from
getting KO'd.
Yeah,
Hill getting KO'd. Second round.
First round. It was after the nut shot. He waved him off and then just bang.
Yeah, that in itself, absolute like a highlight. Monster that is Alex Pereira, kicked in the nuts. Leave me alone.
Yeah.
Fucking left uppercut absolutely puts him down. Mental. Honestly,
savage.
I was going wild when that happened. Yeah, I couldn't. That was. I'd say that's what I said to you. That was one of the baddest moments I've seen.
Yeah. You said to me that's one of the coldest moments.
Yeah. To just be like that. No. He put him in the balls, but leave it. I'll punish him for it. And then fucking.
I saw videos of Demetrius Johnson doing that after the fact. People, you know what MMA Twitter's like.
Mm-hmm.
You jump on and people are tweeting saying. People are saying acting as if Alex Pereira is the first person to shrug off a nut shot. And then it put up a video of Demetrius Johnson doing it.
But he didn't do it, then KO the guy pretty much straight after.
I'm trying to think if he did. No, he didn't. It was badass though because he got kicked in the nuts. He waved off the ref and he went, no breaks. He looked at the boy and went, no breaks for you. Just kept going. That was badass.
Unit, bro. That would shit you up.
You just booted him in the nuts.
Kicked him in the nuts like, oh, I'll get a second. He can't. No breaks for you. You'd be like,
yeah, you saw him take the hit and he went like that and he just waved off the ref and went, no breaks.
Honestly, I was the other guy, but it's done. Honestly, get me home.
It's just Demetrius Johnson's an animal as well.
Yeah, that's not a really good like comparison to get annoyed about because Demetrius Johnson also
it's
is
just
an
MMA Twitter,
dog,
bro. Anyone just fucking wants to talk shit. They just
I get
do
you,
it on
but
Twitter.
Still mental.
Yeah,
and then
if people don't like Pereira, they're just going to pick anything. Like if you're a mad Izzy fan, I am a big Izzy fan, but I don't dislike Pereira for it.
Yeah,
because I'm an Izzy fan, but I like Pereira as well.
Yeah, I like them both. Yeah,
same. But
what was the the next card under that was Yan Xiaonan and Wei Li Zhang.
Yeah,
which was the first round anyway. It was slamming. It was still the other 2 rounds were still really good.
The first 3 rounds were really good.
4 rounds were good, but they were just.
I think the fight tapered off towards the end because they got tired.
I mean, yeah.
The first 3 rounds I think were slamming.
But choked out cold in round 1.
Yeah, literally absolutely was out cold.
Like this, getting pushed up.
Yeah.
And then gets up and the ref's just like...
She's lucky though because like if there was another 1 or 2 seconds in the round, the fight would have been stopped. But the fact that the buzzer went and she probably went out cold as the buzzer went, you know what I mean? Yeah. So she had to release her. She went... Because you could see she was out, but she was straight back as well. As soon as she was on her knees, she was straight back.
And you can see that, like, right before the end, like, she was okay. Like, you could tell she was totally okay, and it just seemed like right at the last second.
The very last second, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think as the buzzer went, she probably just went to sleep.
Yeah. But fair play to her. Like,
and she came back and, like, straight away in the second round, smashed with a right hook straight away.
But then just about got knocked out as well.
Yeah.
Like that's why I seen somebody, I think it was a tweet about that when they were like... Yan Xiaonan, the first fighter ever to get choked out, KO'd, and
by
beat
decision.
on points. Yeah, all decision
all
in the same fight.
Yeah, that's mental. But she put in a hell of a performance, though. I couldn't believe she didn't get any bonus.
She dropped her a couple of times, as well, which is mental.
But
who got the bonuses? Max got 2 of them.
Max got 2.
Pereira got 1.
Yeah, Pereira got... No, Max got 2, knockout and fight of the night. Who got performance of the night? Yiri got performance of the night.
Pereira got something as well. Pereira Hill fight got something. I think it was... Maybe it was 2 performance of the nights. I don't know.
Did they? I don't think they did.
Pereira definitely got something. There was 4. There was 4, I'm sure. 2 for Max, 1 for Pereira, and 1 for Yiri.
Okay.
I think.
I can't honestly remember, to be fair. But going on to the Yiri fight. The Yiri fight was... Oh, no, actually... Going on to the Max.
Yeah, I'll let you go on to the Max fight. Because fucking 2 bonuses for him, well deserved.
Max and Gaethje, first of all, you can't give like fight of the night was so deserved for that fight because Gaethje, the chin on the man and the heart that he's shown in that fight was unbelievable.
Twice.
Yeah,
2 eye pokes and a broken nose.
The 2 eye pokes, that fucking spin heel kick to the nose was
violent,
so rough, so rough. And like they said on the commentary that Max has learned it recently, but he's always been doing that, man. I've seen I was watching videos of him doing it in like his early fights. It's always been a way to keep him off.
I think it's Gaethje's fault that it took him in the nose though, because he has that like habit of coming down really far into things, and it's like, so as he spun around, he put his head really low, so took it on, like he could have gotten away with maybe taking it on the chest or the stomach, but
when it hit him square on the bridge of the nose and it broke his nose, man, it was just rough.
You seen his nose instantly.
You saw him just breathing, mouth breathing the rest of the fight, and that'll affect you way more than you think it would. Like,
that fight probably would have been much more
as soon as
even towards Gaethje if it hadn't been for the broken nose. Do you know
the broken nose, and then you get the broken nose, and then straight after you get the 2 eye pokes. You know, you're just thinking the fight's not going your way.
Each eye as well.
Yeah, each eye, right after one after the other, maybe a minute and a half apart or something.
Fucking can't smell, can't fucking see anything mental, honestly.
And then to go in and even like kudos to Max, man, because Jesus Christ, who would have really thought that he was going to put him out? You know what I mean? Who would have thought that he was going to sleep him?
Yeah.
Especially to do it with like 1 second left on the clock. And he's badass as fuck for what he said afterwards. He was like, I know if I was winning the fight, I thought I'd give him the chance in the last 10 seconds to knock me out. I think if it was the other way around, he would have done the same for me.
Which I do think he would have as well. I think,
badass. And
considering it was for the BMF belt, like it had to go down like that.
Exactly, that's exactly what needed to happen. If you're fighting for that title, it needs to be a war. But
also, like, even aside from the knockout, because like sometimes, obviously, as you know, like there doesn't necessarily need to be that much power for a knockout. Like it can just be like the right timing and stuff like that. So like,
and the accumulation of damage.
Up until that point, I do think he'd been shown a more impressive amount of power than what he normally has. Like last time when you seen him fight Poirier, he came up to 155 and he just looked like the shots were just pitter patters, if you know what I mean.
Couple years that
a few years ago, but like you seen it, the shots didn't look like they were doing much, if you know what I mean. But against Gaethje, like the shots looked like they had more sting in them. Like,
am I right in saying I'm right in saying he didn't have a full camp for the Poirier fight? No, he took it on short notice. It was meant
to be Khabib Poirier, I'm going to say,
and he took it on a 4 or 5 week notice.
And Gaethje took it on. I think it was even later than that, to be honest with you.
Are you sure?
I don't think it was even
either way.
Much as 4 or 5 weeks.
He took a fight with a guy in a higher weight class on short notice. You can't expect him to pile on the muscle and the weight that'll carry the power. You know.
I'm waiting to find out how much notice he got.
But you're right. The increase in power was so on display for Max in that fight, and then not even just that, but the fight IQ that he was showing as well was like he looked faster than normal. He just looked like he was.
I can't find it.
I'm sure it was 4 weeks either way.
Yeah, fair.
I'm sure it was 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure Max said it after the fight, because I think somebody asked him about it, and then Max retorted with the fact that he had a full camp this time, and he felt like no, they said it right before the fight. They said. Last time he fought Poirier, he only had 4 weeks, but this time he's had a full camp. He says he feels like a proper lightweight, or whatever it was, lightweight.
Yeah, I do remember him saying like he felt like he'd gotten a chance to put the weight on properly, and he'd filled in with the weight rather than just.
They gave him a rank 8, no? So he's now 8th ranked in lightweight, and Gaethje's now down to.
Was Gaethje only ranked number 8 in lightweight?
No. But Gaethje's now moved down a rank. He was ranked number 2.
I wonder how the maths works out on that one, because you'd think beating I know he didn't have a rank before, but you'd think being number 1 in the division below, or number 2, one or two in the division below.
Would be 2.
Yeah, because then
so
Volk will be
Poirier,
1.
Volk,
yeah, so being number 2 in the division below, and then beating number 2 in the division above, you'd think you'd get a higher rank in the number 8. Do you know what I mean? But I understand it. If you've only fought one guy, you can't exactly be bumped up.
MMA math, man, it doesn't work like that either, you know.
Yeah, I don't know how it works out. I don't know what the fucking maths is for fucking the ranking system.
They just look at it and they go, do you think we beat him? Do you think you beat him? And then they just make it this.
He beat him once. He better go down here.
Yeah, just everyone forgets about that fight. Don't worry about it. No, but kudos, like I say, kudos to Max. It was a brilliant
Unreal.
fight. Honestly, one of the best performances you've seen since probably the second Volk fight. He fought really well in the second Volk fight.
Yeah, I was almost flipping tables and shit like that when he KO'd him like that. I couldn't believe it. Could not honestly believe it.
Yeah, I just stood up and had to walk around the room for a little bit.
Okay, screaming, honestly.
Yeah. It was
like 5 o'clock in the morning.
I turned to you and said, I think a minute left in the last round. I turned to you and looked, and I went, "Is Gaethje going to knock out Max here?" Because Sahan just felt something wild was coming. Like I
think he landed a shot like into the last round. Like he landed a good shot on Max that like stumbled him, but like.
But you could just feel. I could feel something in the air was just coming. Like Sahan was going to. I didn't know what. Because at the time I turned to you and went, "Do you think Gaethje's going to knock out Max here?" And then last 10 seconds they're slinging for it, and it's just Gaethje. I knew something mental was about to happen.
Yeah, I was sure when they started slinging, I got it 100% in my mind that Gaethje was about to KO them in their swing.
Yeah.
Like that they were going to be swinging, he was going to land some sort of mental bottom. And then the other way, it happened the other way around. And I think that's what caught me most. Because I'd expected something to happen in the complete opposite. I was like...
Yeah.
My mind was fucking blown, man. It was
because
unreal.
you always give Gaethje that chance to pull something out the bag like that. You never count him out, especially with the
chin he's got power. You know what I mean?
Always he carries the power through the fight as well. So you've always got to give Gaethje that chance, which is why it's fucking even more badass to point to the ground and go. That's probably going to be one of the coldest pictures in MMA history. Max Holloway pointing to the ground.
4 rounds up.
Yeah. 5
rounds up, basically. Probably won all 5, maybe 4-1 at best. And then last 10 seconds, be like, fuck it, let's give him a bash.
Yeah.
Like, why not? Like, mental.
That picture of him pointing at the ground is going to be like, you know, when you start watching UFC fights, it's going to be one of them pictures that shows up Holloway type.
For sure.
Holloway? What's Hall of Fame type pictures?
Yeah.
You know, it's
going to be
Express. Like the Mike Tyson or the Muhammad Ali photos.
Yeah.
Those type of photos. That's what that one is. That would be hang it in the Louvre.
Yeah, because you were saying that he's got like a hang it in the Louvre. He's got like a new brand as well, and it's like the symbols like the fingers pointing down. Or he already had it.
Yeah, he already had the brand, but that's his symbol is pointing down to the ground, which is sick.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
Makes fully deserved both knockout of the night and fight of the night. Knockout of the night.
Yeah, because it definitely was both. It was the best fight of the night, and that knockout, like, you can't not. Last second of the fight. Like,
second of the fight. Like, if it was any other time in the fight, you're probably going to give it to Pereira for his knockout because it was straight after a nut shot, weigh it down, and one shot. It was just one bang straight after they played for hand fighting for about 5 seconds. Left hook, bang, slept. And then he was out.
I think also because, like... Holloway's was like a clean one shot. Do you know what I mean? Like he landed one shot and it leveled Gaethje. Whereas with Pereira, it was like dropped him with one and then finished him. Do you know what I mean? You
can say that, but with Gaethje's was getting pieced up the whole fight, whereas Pereira was fresh in the fight, hadn't really been touched yet, and it was one punch that put him right down, and
but that's
2 punches after finished him.
When you're looking at like how
pleasantly
aesthetic
of a lockout.
The moment is, like seeing one shot land and the guy just...
No, you're always giving it to Max. I'm just
from
devil's advocate.
Feet to ground with no follow-up shots, or like from feet to ground, there's some shots there, a couple ground strikes, and then it finishes. You know what I mean? It just looks...
Now, when Gaethje got slept, he was like... He looked like a dog diving for his dinner, man.
Yeah, honestly, just fucking face on the mat is mental. It's rough to see because I like Gaethje.
I love Gaethje, man. He's such a dog, and he just says it how it is. But
mental.
These things happen, bro. That's the fight game he's in, innit? He knows that himself, man.
Absolutely.
And he said he's not done yet. He still obviously wants another shot to go for the title, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's difficult.
He said he would have got... You were correct. I have to stop and say... In our last episode, you were going on about how whoever wins this fight gets a title shot. Either Max at Ili Topuria or Gaethje at Islam. And that was the case. Whatever happened after that fight got it. So kudos to you. I was wrong.
Because Poirier did get...
Poirier got given the fight after Thingy said no.
Who? To Islam?
Yeah.
Who said no to him?
Someone got... What was it I saw? Someone got asked... Oliveira got asked after his fight if he won... Was it Oliveira? Who did he fight again?
Sarukian. That's who they probably offered it to.
Sarukian. Yeah, Sarukian got offered Islam and it said no.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so they made the Poirier fight.
It depends when it is. How far away is the fight?
I don't know.
Because that might be why. Because like Sarukian... Have you seen their first fight? Sarukian versus Islam.
Yes, it was a war.
Mental, grappling masterclass. He took Islam down and like obviously didn't get much control time, but he got him down to hands and knees and like he was on the hands and knees for a bit, and that like the counter wrestling in it was fucking awesome. And that was on like he only had very short notice for that fight with Islam, so he's 100% convinced with a full camp he'd smash Islam.
Okay.
And so I think that'll be why he'll be wanting to
that's in what, 3 months?
Get out of this fight, freshen himself up, get ready, and get into a proper camp for.
3 months would have given him time for a title shot.
I thought that as well, but then on one of the. Oh, what MMA thing was I was watching?
They've got to rest up and everything after they've just came out of camp.
They
so
were
give them a
talking.
month.
Oh, keep on shaking that thing.
Sorry.
It was Volk was saying that, and Daniel Cormier and all that were saying that he was mental to be getting into a fight after being KO'd, but it was like 4 months after or something like that.
Yeah, that is a bit mental though.
But like, I think
he's just been KO'd for the first time in his career, and he gets back in the ring after 4 months. What I'm just meaning
is, like, I think it means that, like, I thought like there were people they got into fights pretty quickly after it, but I feel like it seems like 3 months between fights is in the game is actually quite. Well, I would
expect, because if you want to fight 4 times a year, you have to fight every 3 months.
Yeah, but I think when you're at that level, I don't think they don't worry about fighting.
A lot of them want to fight 3 times a year. Yeah. 3 times a year, that's every 4 months.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But that's fine enough when you're like fighting to try and get. But when it's like the champion that you lost a fight against that you're sure you can beat, everyone expect, like, that's the one that you maybe want to take.
Yeah.
An extra.
But now they've giving it to Poirier.
Yeah.
But because I think they were going to offer Gaethje the Islam fight if he beat Max, and they obviously lost, and then Max is now wanting to fight Topuria, but Topuria said no, or they're having back and forth on Twitter just now.
Fuck him, he has to. Like,
I don't think he said no.
I seen a thing where he said that he wasn't like impressed with.
Yeah, that's what he said.
He said there was no speed, there was no technique, there was no like anything like that. He was like, but he was like, for visuals for the fans, he was like, it was great, it was awesome to watch. He was like, but I didn't see anything impressive. So,
well,
maybe that's. But he's got to fight Max. Simple as that.
Max, and then Volk fights Max again.
And I can't see. I'm not saying it won't happen. Touch wood. But I can't see Topuria colding Max Holloway like what he did to Volk. If he did, fucking mental if he did. But I just don't know if I can see it. Like, I don't even think he hasn't even ever been dropped before, has he?
Max, yeah.
Max. I'm sure they said that. I'm sure they said that in one of the.
Volk's dropped.
No, not dropped. Like, knocked down, like KO'd.
Knocked out. No, I don't think he's been knocked out.
Are you sure he's even been?
He's been knocked down. Yeah.
Fair. Because I'm sure they said something about it when we were watching it, that like Gaethje hit him and he like stumbled and like hit the deck a little bit, and whoever was commentating was like, that's like the first time he's ever even been dropped like that.
Nah, because Volk's dropped him.
Yeah, I think so.
Volk did drop him.
We'll need to see.
I've just went blank.
Either way, we're saying that I can't see Topuria KO and Max Holloway.
But I worry because I kind of can, because Topuria looked that good against Volk, but then Volk just came off of a fucking knockout loss to Islam.
Yeah. So, well, that's the thing. I don't know if Elliot did look that... Like, he looked good, but like, I think he was winning the first round, kind of. Then Volk started pulling it back in the second round and then just got caught. But I don't think Volk looked as good as he normally does in that fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Sorry. That's what I'm saying. He just came off of a knockout loss to Islam, so...
Probably was too soon.
Of course it was, yeah. I would think so anyway, especially the first time he's been knocked out.
Yeah. Is it the first time he's been knocked out?
Volk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Do you see his skit as well?
Yeah, when he's laying the drive.
Oh, mate. This one time, I beat him 3 times, yo.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that guy, I beat him 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, you can do the accent. That's fucking annoying.
I was getting broken up for the next D&D session. All my characters are going to be Australian. Every one of them.
I can't do no accent.
Mission in the Outback. That's what it's going to be.
Alright, mate.
That's more like fucking, what do you call it? The program.
South African.
No, the
Big Les Show.
That Big Les Show.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, mate.
Alright, mate.
Alright, mate. What are you talking to me?
Yeah, so, right. What were we saying there?
You fucking drag out.
You fucking drag out. Yeah, we're on about Elliot. Yeah, so
and I was asking you about
to see that fight. Screaming to see the fight.
Yeah,
but back on you. What were you saying?
I was just saying about the Volk skit. It was a legendary skit.
Yeah,
that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, too funny.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of skits recently. He's quite good with them. Who was after But the
one before that was the thingy one, was it not? The
Oliveira fight.
No, this guy. What's his name again?
What the?
You know, surely that you know what I want about. What's his name? The guy that was fighting. He fought against Rakic, was it? No, not Rakic. Yeah, who was on the card?
Yuri.
Rakic versus Yuri. Yeah, that guy. He's the one.
Nah, that was the main event of the prelims.
Was that the top of the prelims?
Yeah, that was top of the prelims. Opening the card was Bo Nickel and Brundage.
Which unfortunately was probably the worst fight of the night.
Yeah. Finished in the second round submission, but Brundage kind of just he seemed good wrestling and good takedown defense, but he just didn't seem to have like the he just seemed to run out of ideas after a while. Eventually, Bo just got him down.
Yeah, he done all right, but it was Bo
better on the feet by a mile.
Bo went for like a knee tap and he like ran round with it and I hit him really well, so it was fair on that. But
yeah, he did have good defense when he was on the bottom. Brundage.
I'd like one of my favourite moments of the night was when Bo took a shot on him. In Brundage, I don't know if he like wizarded him or something like that, but he just flicked him and he just like threw Bo across the cage against the cage, and I was like, oh my fucking god!
Yeah,
like I was like, if he keeps this up and just starts like ragdolling him every time he goes for a takedown, that'd be fucking savage. Yeah, but obviously he didn't.
But even Bo came out after that and said that it was a bad performance from him.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he booing himself in that after it. But he is mad cocky, isn't he?
Yeah,
I saw the was it called a vlog? Of like a video.
Yeah, I can't remember what they call them, but yeah, I know what you're on about. They've
like
got a name for them.
I can't remember what it is, but it was like came up and it was just him talking about like, if you don't know I'm the guy, you're about to know I'm the guy, and it's just like, bro, come on. You didn't do that well, did you?
Struggled with Brundage though. So.
I mean, he was piecing you up on the feet though, so.
It's difficult. Cause, I don't know.
You might just be a guy.
Like his wrestling's always going to be really
elite,
good.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's only like being a one man fucking move. There's only so far you'll get with that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like having slamming wrestling will only get him to a certain point. You know what I mean?
Course,
like you've seen it like with fucking.
If you're struggling
Hamzat,
with Brundage on the feet, then what are you going to do when you go up into the higher rankings?
Like Hamzat utilised his wrestling heavy and then got into the Gilbert Burns fight and it didn't work.
And
so it was instantly constant striking. Do you know what I mean? So and then he's going to be put in that position, and in which case he's going to struggle. Like.
But when you come up against people like Hamzat and thingy, they've got hands. Hamzat's got hands.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's where Bo struggle because
of course.
His hands are not. He's not. It's not that he can't strike, but he's
a
not
lot
got
slower
near the
than
hands
his opponents.
that, like some of the people further up that division have.
Yeah, a lot of other people have a lot faster hands.
Yeah,
like faster twitch fibers and everything. They
and
react
like I say, he's got good wrestling, but it's like there is a difference between wrestling and wrestling for MMA, and he obviously like quite talks down like Hamzat's wrestling. It says his wrestling's shit, but it's like Hamzat's like
great
MMA wrestling's what's
MMA,
good. Do you know what I mean? So
almost like Stephen Clancy's.
Almost like what?
Almost like Clancy's.
Oh, I thought you saw it. I thought you said Stephen Hammies. Like you're talking about yourself. I was like, what?
No, Clancy's.
But yeah, Stephen Clancy. Yeah, speaking of that was.
We'll get onto that later.
Yeah, fair.
We were talking about that when we were watching the Cage Warriors about how they were commentators saying his MMA wrestling was elite.
Yeah, it was really good. Really
we'll get onto that. Yeah, Bo Nickel's fight was a bit meh. I almost got off the hype train for Bo Nickel. Like after his video and that.
Kind of hoping for Brundage.
Yeah.
Like I said that to you at the time. I was like at the point I'm like, I think I want Brundage to win this, to be honest.
Yeah, so. I wasn't too bothered about whether or not he won that fight or not, to be honest. But just one man's opinion.
Yeah. It's good to see, but yeah, I think just I don't know.
Humble himself a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it would be like this. It would be nice to see if that has.
Yeah.
Like, see coming at the next fight, if he's like, it's just a one-off, I'll smash the next. Or if he's just like, well, it turns out it's harder than I thought.
Well, you never know. It might just be a bad night in the office, and he comes out and smashes the next guy. You know what I mean? He might have been feeling a little bit off or something. Anything could be wrong where he wasn't at his top. So give him the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Have you heard his story about when about his first jiu-jitsu class? He tells a story about his first jiu-jitsu class where basically, like, obviously he's like elite wrestler at this point, and he went in and like smashed a white belt, smashed a blue belt, smashed a purple belt, had a bit of a going through, but then basically smashed the brown belt, and then basically like the black belt of the gym was like, well, I'll have a go at you sort of thing, and he basically like he basically said that the black belt kind of like tried to pull a guard, and he kind of like had the guard down, but then nobody could move. Like it was pretty much just like locked down for like the whole round, and nobody would go anywhere and stuff like that. He was like, so. He's like, so I guess it's not that good sort of thing. And I'm like, I'm struggling how to take this, bro. I don't know if you're just being like, I'm amazing, or if you're being like, jiu-jitsu's shit. Like, I don't know which point you're trying to fucking get at here, eh? But that was why, when I seen him thinking that video, I was like, that was the first time it came across to me. I was like, oh, there's a little bit of like, not overconfidence, because it's hard to call that, but you know what I mean? Like when someone's talking like that about things, just in a smash this guy and then a smash, yeah.
If he's never done,
I don't want to call him arrogant, because he's not
necessarily
an arrogant guy.
Because that's a first time going into a jiu-jitsu class. It's a totally different sport from wrestling.
Yeah,
it has some same qualities, but it's a totally different sport. And then you're just going in. You've smashed a few people who might be new, a few more experienced people, but because you've got elite level of skills doing something else, which is mainly to hold someone down, is wrestling.
Yeah, exactly.
So to stop people from doing other things, that's what wrestling is. So you're just going to go in there and hold people down.
Yeah. Yeah, like I dare say, had he gone in there and gone, right, I'll go into this gym and I'll play guard and see how I get on the whole time.
Would have got messed up.
Would have gone down, definitely, yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
so putting yourself in the strongest position possible.
Yeah, true.
It could be, that sounds like arrogance, to not appreciate the sport for what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Which I think that was the first time
He's still young, though. Bo Nickal's what, 22?
Yeah, like I say, I don't think he's like a dickhead with how cocky he is. Like I don't think he's an
asshole.
No. You know
No.
But it's just sometimes like when he says things like that, I'm like, ah. Oh.
It sounds like he's trying to be something he's not. Sometimes it sounds like he's talking as if he's saying things that he thinks people want him to hear.
Yeah.
Or he thinks people want to hear. But I
don't know, man. He's just maybe a mad like American Trump loving fucking yeehaw.
Oh, you never know.
Yeah, no, he does. I think he's a big fan of Trump and stuff like that. So he's obviously just like
not even that.
Not
even a big hater of Trump anymore.
He's obviously just like free and wild. Nah, me neither. But I'm like he's one of like the actively. Do you know what I mean? Which is like he's obviously just like I do what I want kind of thing. So
yeah,
full confidence, full fucking guns blazing. So fair play. Kudos.
Well, we missed out a fight.
Yeah, we did.
The only one we missed out was was it Oliveira? No, he was on the prelims.
Oliveira was quite early. What was
there was 5 fights on the main card. It was Bo Nickel, Brundage, Max Holloway, Yan, Xiaoweling, and then Pereira. But who was the second fight on the card? Oh no, that's really bad.
Yeah, that is really mental. You talk about things and fill in like you're talking about things and all
you find out who we're talking about. But if I go back to the Holloway fight, Max Holloway Gaethje fight, you could tell it was going to be different. Right, I'm just going to fill it a little bit of time. I think if you look back at the first round,
it was bro. No, like it was
was it Oliveira?
Bo Nickel, then Oliveira, and Sarukian,
right.
And then Holloway and Gaethje.
Right, so I was right. It was Oliveira. I questioned myself.
So that fight, I'm trying to remember. That was a lot.
That was a decent fight, but Sarukian just seemed to overpower and outwork Oliveira.
Bit of back and forth striking.
Kind of what we
went
assumed.
Down, Oliveira couldn't get anything going off the back,
and just stayed on his back and played from the guard.
Yeah,
and Sarukian was all right to go in. He was fine. He didn't seem like it worried him.
He grapples very much like
Oliveira.
No, Islam. Like he very much grapples like Islam. It's like a very tight top pressure when he's in. Doesn't really leave much
Where's
open
he from?
first. Sarukian.
Is he Georgian? It's not a Georgian name, but I had a feeling you said that to me.
That he's Georgian?
Yeah.
No, Ilia Tapura was Georgian. I mentioned that because he fought in the same card as
okay, sorry.
Thingy.
Yeah, you're right. You did say that. Okay. The Sarukian was really impressive in that fight. Oliveira, you don't know where he goes from there, do you? Where do you think he goes after that? What did he do now?
He just has to. You have to give him someone else in that top 5.
Gaethje?
Do you know what I mean?
Well, they just fought, no?
Yeah, well, they fought a wee while ago, and Oliveira KO'd him. So
run that back?
Probably not Gaethje. Well, I mean, it's hard because fucking.
Damn, Gaethje.
I suppose you could both coming off a loss run that back. I suppose you could.
And they're both top 5. I think Gaethje might have been put 5 now, you know.
Try to think of the other people in that division. It's hard to say that you would give.
Or Oliveira's 5 and Gaethje's 4?
I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. Arman Sarukian is an American mixed martial artist.
Sarukian? Is he really?
I thought he sounded like he had an accent. Armenian Russian nationality.
Yeah, that makes sense to why he's got
just his gym must be in America.
Yeah, so that was where the same wrestling as Islam comes from the Russian type background.
Yeah.
They all have that heavy wrestling type ground game. But Oliveira and Sarukian fight was it was as expected. If you look back at our last pod, we talked about it, and I think we kind of discussed the way it was going to go.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of obvious. I said that Oliveira. I think I said TKO, but it was submission, wasn't it?
I think I said Oliveira submission.
Yeah, did you?
Mm-hmm.
I said Sarukian.
I think you said Sarukian KO, and I think I said Oliveira submission.
Yeah, because I said Sarukian would piece him up on the feet, and Oliveira would lay on his back and try and get him to come in the guard and try and catch him with something, but Sarukian's too smart to do it, and his heavy wrestling would outwork him. And that's kind of what happened. So
yeah, that fight wasn't that exciting either, to be fair. That's probably why we forgot about it.
Yeah. But I didn't forget about it. I just thought it was in the earlier prelims.
No, I forgot about it. Well, not forgot about it, but forgot when we were going through them.
Yeah, and especially once it gets followed by the Holloway Gaethje fight, that's all you're talking about. And then you're talking about the two Chinese athletes who...
Yeah. It was another one of those where it would have been... Had they had more time, there's something could have possibly happened. You know, because he was right at the end of the round, locked in with a full Darce choke.
Yes, he was.
Fully locked in. Obviously, Sarukian was lying flat on his stomach, which is exactly what he should have done. He was lying flat on his stomach, so it was relieving the pressure. But had there been another 30 seconds, you know what I mean, he might be more inclined to start setting it up more and getting it a bit tighter. So that was unfortunate too. But
yeah, but just on the main card alone, you look at the fights, you had knockouts, people put to sleep.
Yeah,
really exciting fights, all the way through, just on the main card alone.
Yeah.
The only one that kind of was a letdown was the Bo Nickel one, but it depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
If you're wanting them to throw hands on that, but if you're putting 300,000 online, you just expect people to go in there and put their all on it. And
I don't think
they don't need to, but
you know me, I like matches that have a lot of grappling.
I know,
but it's just it wasn't because it was anywhere the other. I think
it was a lot of counter grappling.
Yeah, it was a bit. There wasn't a lot of shots being thrown.
Brundage was very defensive. He was very good at it, and he was just stopping both from doing anything. But the fight before the main card was the Yuri fight.
Yeah, Prohashka Rakic.
That was a slamming fight. That was probably the best fight of the early prelims. Sorry.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm struggling to even remember the rest of the fights that were on, but it's just because it's hard to remember.
I don't have any source of internet on me right now, or I would tell you. But Bobby Green... That was early prelims.
Yeah. Jim Miller, Bobby Green, Figueiredo Garbrandt.
It was Youssef versus... Oh, Christ. It was the boy that missed weight, Sadiq Youssef.
Okay.
He missed weight in his last fight, and then he went up a division this fight, and I think he lost again.
Who was he fighting, though?
Oh, fuck. I can't remember his name. Lucas?
Oh, Lopez. Oh, Emo Fringe Lopez. Yeah,
Lopez.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, and he got submitted, didn't he?
No, he got TKO'd.
TKO'd, yeah, actually.
You got your phone, just look up.
That's all right. I remember. TKO'd.
Yeah, but look up the early prelims and that, because I'm racking my brain, but I know there's...
I'll go over the prelims from UFC.
Oh, Jessica Andrade versus Holly... No, Holly Holm was on that card. Was on the early prelims. Jessica Andrade was on the prelims.
So it went, Figueiredo Garbrandt, Bobby Green, Jim Miller, and then it was Andrade Rodriguez.
Yeah.
Then Moicano versus Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner's the guy that missed weight as well. Yeah.
Jalen Turner's the guy that missed weight.
I had him in my head, the big, massive, tall guy, but I couldn't remember what his actual his name was.
Jalen Turner lost.
Yeah, Moicano TKO'd him 4 minutes 11 of round 2. And then Diego Lopez defeated Sadiq Youssef by TKO a minute and a half in round 1.
Yeah.
Menno. And then it was Kayla Harrison defeated Holly Holm by submission.
And
rear naked choke.
Really good.
Yes.
She looked like that was probably the most impressive performance. I think what she could have got performance of the night, because it was really impressive.
Yeah.
Maybe that's because I just wasn't aware of her before. But she looked really good. She did look really good.
I think I had it for Harrison.
You did, I believe. And I put
submission,
Holm.
I think maybe as well.
No, because we both put Holm, because you weren't too sure on Harrington either.
Was it not?
Yeah, we
Harrison.
both put Holm. Harrington.
So then it was Aljamain Sterling and Calvin Kattar, or Cater, or whatever you want to call him.
Cater, yeah.
Unanimous decision to Aljamain Sterling. Again, good fight.
It was actually a good grappling match.
Yeah, nothing madly impressive. You know what I'm saying.
You still have, I think, people don't rate Sterling, man. I still rate him. I still rate him.
No, I rate Sterling.
I really
Sterling.
do.
Yeah.
But to be, he was on the.
I just think he just can act like a bit of a fud sometimes, and he like moans a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like he was on. He had that grappling match against that guy, and like the guy was sitting down the whole time, and he was like started having a mad bitch and a moan because he lost. Like, oh, you shouldn't be able to sit down. But it's like it was a jiu-jitsu match, bro. Like if you can't pass guard, that's the problem. Like the problem isn't that he's sitting down too much. The problem is you don't have the capability to pass his guard and get in any position. Like that's on you. Like if you sit down if you don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's that's how the rules are. What
happens if they both just sit down in jiu-jitsu?
Happens a lot. And then they'll usually end up in a leg battle because like that's what's in front of both of you is their legs. So they end up like attacking each other's legs. One of them will maybe get a sweep off it and come up, and then it'll be a top and bottom game after that. But you see a lot of people do that. They'll like they'll both sit down together. Like in IBJJF, for example, in the rules, one of the rules that's awesome is that if two people sit down at the same time, if you both pull guard at the same time, whoever stands up first gets 2 points. Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, if you both pull guard at the same time, whoever comes up first, gets 2 points. But I think the idea behind that is that so a takedown obviously classes like if I take a grip on them and I move their body down towards the mat, that's your takedown. A guard pull is if they put on grips and frames and stuff and then they pull you down. So sometimes it can be a bit difficult because like someone might pull guard and the other guy grabs their leg as they pull guard and tips their leg, and then they'll get 2 points for the takedown even though the person is fully committed to the guard pull. If they lift their leg and put them down, they'll get the points for it.
Right.
And so I think that's the idea. It's like if you've both got grips and you've both came down, if you come up with the grips still on, you've technically forced them to stay down. Yeah.
So it's not a case of just standing up.
Like Fionn Davies, like probably, I'm going to, the best female grappler in the world right now, depending on who you ask, but I think so. She won the IBJJF, was it last year? Or the year before that or something like that, and that's how she won. Like the both of them pulled guard. She stood up first. She got 2 points, and then nobody managed to score a point for the rest of the fight after that. So she won, and that was in the final. So she won the finals in that. So yeah.
So what? They were just countering.
Yeah, they were both grappling, but nobody got into like a point scoring position. Yeah. Like nobody managed to actually score points. It was just a back and forth. Yeah, but from opinions from what other people said, the other girl was probably getting a little bit of the better of Fionn in the exchanges throughout the whole bit because she obviously got that move at the start. She won on points.
And then defended the rest of the fight. So. Fair. Yeah, win's a win, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You take them.
Can't even remember why I brought that up, to be perfectly honest with you, but what were we talking about before? Why did I even say that?
AGP. Yeah, I don't know. You went on to something.
Well, we're talking about Aljamain Sterling and Calvin Kattar.
And if he couldn't get past guard.
Yeah, that's what I was saying because he was moaning because his guard passing is terrible. That's the sum of my point.
I still like Aljo. I think he's a good grappler, and I think his striking gets better every time you see him, to be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't know where he goes next.
Because that was the way up, isn't it? I think he's probably just going to want to run at the title for that. But thinking, just looking, Calvin Kattar, who does he go to above that?
Because what was Calvin? 12 or 13?
Was he that low?
I think so. Might not be right. After this, by the way, I want to talk a little bit about Manchester United.
Yeah, absolutely. Because to be fair, we have been talking about this for about 40 minutes, 45 minutes.
It was a hell of a card, though. It deserved the time.
As of April the 16th, so that would be after his loss? Yeah. So after the loss, he was ranked number 9.
Okay. Kattar was?
Kattar was ranked number 9 after his loss.
Okay.
So he must have been ranked higher.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he's number 9 in the featherweight division now.
Did Aljo get a rank then?
Pardon?
Did Aljo get a rank then?
He must do. Because they were saying, somebody made a joke about it. They were like...
Are you not on the ranks there? No?
I'm currently looking through it, but there was somebody... oh, you've put me off, bro.
That's what I'm here for.
So he is now... Calvin Kattar is now ranked number 9. Yep, and Aljamain Sterling is number 8. A new rank at number 8.
Oh, wow.
Calvin Kattar was number 8 because somebody on... I can't remember. Somebody on social media somewhere made a joke about the fact that they were like... mad disrespect to Aljamain Sterling losing his title, and then the first fight they offer him in the division above is a number 8 ranked guy. Yet,
Thingy went up and got Max.
He got beat, and then has got So Max has gotten beat, and then got no. Which fighter was he on about? No, was it not fucking Pereira? Pereira got beat in his last fight and then has gotten
got a title opportunity.
And then got the opportunity to come up and get a title shot straight away.
Yeah.
So they were saying, like, that's another show of how disrespected, like, Sterling is.
Yeah, it is,
Like, literally got beat by thingy, and then they're just like, we'll give you number 8 in the division above. But Pereira, they're like, do you want a title shot?
Would he really have been able to go? Who's the champion at featherweight?
Well, that would be... That's Islam, is it not?
So, do you really think he goes into Islam straight away?
Wait. No, because the featherweight, it's Sean O'Malley, and then it's Islam's the one above, is it not? No, my bad. Sorry. So, yeah, it's Ilia Topuria is the featherweight one.
Yeah.
And then Islam Makhachev lightweight.
So, do you think Sterling goes straight into a fight with Ili?
Nah, I think he gets destroyed by.
That's what I'm saying. He probably didn't want to take the title fight.
Sterling, realistically, Sterling's 8 now though. So who do you give him? Because you have to give him someone above himself now. Realistically,
7, 6, 5,
so the
4.
opportunities are Emmett at 7,
Arnold
Allen at 6,
Oof.
Mosfar Evloev,
right?
I don't even know how to pronounce it properly, or Evlov. Then Yair Rodriguez, then Brian Ortega, then Max Holloway, then Volkanovski. So Sterling Ortega, I'd like to see that fight. But Ortega just won his last fight to get to number 3. So
did you say?
Arnold Allen or Josh Emmett would be all right, but I feel like for Aljamain Sterling, he came in, he was the champion, he came in, he's got beaten number 8. Like, it would probably be, they should probably give him a top 5. Should probably give him a top 5.
And who's 5 and 4, sorry?
Evloev. So, but then there's Yair Rodriguez which would be a good fight.
He's on a big win streak, no?
Nah, Yair Rodriguez just lost to Ortega, did he not?
Did he?
Is that not what their last fight was? Because Ortega just about fucking broke his ankle right at the start.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he just lost to Ortega.
That. Yeah, that didn't look that impressive from either of them. To be fair, did it?
So I reckon you give him Yair Rodriguez in, yeah,
because he just lost. So you've got to fight somebody.
But he's still ranked in the top 5. But he's just lost. So it's given him a top 5, but not a top 5 that's on the up, like a top 5 that's on the down.
Well, that kind of makes sense because now Rodriguez is going to have to defend his top 5 ranking from somebody coming in.
Exactly.
Arnold Allen just won his last fight as well, didn't he?
No, was his last one not against Max Holloway and he got beat? Arnold Allen got a shot at somebody really good recently. Was it not Max Holloway?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
But to be fair,
my opinion would be either, Yari, Rodriguez.
Yeah, for sure. I think everyone else is either like they should probably give them someone higher, or they're doing well, so they should probably give them someone above themselves, if you know what I mean. So I think that would be fair. Somebody that's in the top 5 but has lost.
I'm quite excited.
It'd be a good fight.
Sterling.
I'll give Dana a phone and tell him it's the. But we are 45 minutes deep into just UFC. I know you wanted to get onto football, and I'm actually intrigued to hear about the football because I've only got minimum information about it.
I'll be quick because there's not so much that I can say without getting upset again. But so FA Cup final, yeah,
right?
No, fucking stop. FA Cup final last year was Manchester United versus Manchester City, and Manchester City went on to do the treble, right?
Okay.
You know what the treble is?
Yes. Well,
Champions League, Premier League, FA Cup. Champions League, which is all of Europe.
Yep.
Premier League, which is
all
England.
The English teams.
FA Cup, which is all English leagues.
Yes, the one that even fucking
like Wrexham
have season.
No, because they're Scottish.
But what I was meaning is
yes.
That team down the road,
like Coventry.
Yeah.
But so teams like FA Cup, everyone knows the FA Cup. Anyone can win it. It's got history for being like one of the most dramatic cups, as in like
the FA.
Yeah, the FA.
Yeah.
Just like mad stuff happens all the time, from like League 2 beating like Premier League teams, like just stuff like that. It just happens all the time. And in this week's semi-final, it was Manchester United versus Coventry. Obviously, I'm a big United fan, and the game was going well. We're riding high, 3-0 up.
United
3-0 up, 70th minute. Game's going as standard, nothing exciting. We haven't looked too good. We've just done the job, as we should be, beating Coventry 3-0. And then, out of the blue, 3-1. Coventry get a go back. No worries, Coventry. Yeah, good goal. and then 5 minutes there, they get a second goal back. Nasty deflection, like the boy shot, right? And it just rifles off Aaron Wan-Bissaka's back and flies up in the air over the goalie. There's like nothing he could do. It's just mad. And then in the 92nd minute of full time, they get a penalty. And it goes to 3-0. Right in the middle. Right. And you know what happens after that? They go to extra time and then penalties.
Is it extra time now? Is it just
30
who
minutes.
scores the most amount of goals in the end of the 50 minutes, or is it
So
golden
it's just
goal?
normal football. So you play 2 halves of football.
Yeah, and then if
whoever's winning at the end wins. And if you're still a draw, you go to
I always
penalties.
forget because I remember back
Golden
in the day
goal.
when it was golden goal, and I always forget if it's that or not.
Yeah, well, it's no
Golden
extra
goal's way
time.
better.
Just whoever scores the
First
next
person
goal
to
wins.
score first wins. Yeah.
But it was drama central because United 3-0 up, 3-3 by the end of full time, and then when we played the whole 30 minutes, 121 minutes have been played, and Coventry go up and score a goal in the 121st minute to make it 4-3 Coventry. Now, thank fuck it got called offside because when I tell you I was driving home and like I was just driving down the road. I wasn't watching football or anything. I was just driving down the road and I could hear it on the radio.
Just to say, it was on the radio, Chef, wasn't
I
it?
could hear it on the radio, and they just scored, and both hands just came off the wheel. I was just hitting my hands like that, just driving down just not even slowed down.
Just hoping for a crash.
Yeah,
like,
just hoping the car in front
Come
of me just really hit the brakes, and I was just hoping I would go through. But screaming for it to be offside, praying to the VAR, Jesus Christ, please let VAR, please give me offside, and they did. And eventually we went through on penalties, winning 4-3 on penalties. When I tell you, I have never been so exhausted from a game of football in my entire life. Like,
but
genuinely.
You didn't play.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I had no interactions at all with. I was up, down, up. Oh my God, mate. I'm just.
I can fully imagine.
Supporting United is like a full-time job now. Like, it's really rough.
I thought you were ready to come away with something fucking genius there.
What?
I don't know. I thought you were ready to come away with some funny comparison when you said that. I was wondering what you were going to say.
I'm not that funny, bro, but it's just. It's a full-time job. It's a full-time job supporting this club. And now it sets up a big final. Man City are in the final. They beat Chelsea 1-0, which it shouldn't have been that anyway. But Chelsea should have had a penalty. But neither here nor there. City are cheating bastards.
What for? What should they have a penalty for? What happened? Like, oh no, I'm kicking fuck at the table.
It was your fault.
No.
My
camera just on. You looked at my camera really concerningly there.
No, it's
still
like
something wasn't happening.
No, it's still on. It's still good. The red light's still showing. It's fine. So now it sets up
another final.
Man City versus United final. This is Erik ten Hag is the Manchester United manager, right? And he's been there for about 2 years now, and we're sitting like 8th in the league. We're not going to, or 6th or 7th in the league. We're not going to get Champions League football. There's the only chance to win a cup, and if he doesn't win it, he's definitely getting sacked.
For Chelsea in the Champions League?
No. Chelsea are sitting behind us, but with a game in hand.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Man City. That's who you're playing the final, yes?
Yeah, we're playing them in the FA Cup final.
Sorry, are they in the Champions League?
Absolutely, they're sitting top of the league. So the top of the league looks like Man City, Arsenal. I don't know if this is correct order. I know the top 4 teams is Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham. That's the top 4 right now.
In the Champions League?
And that's in the Champions League positions, yeah.
Oh, I thought you mean like...
left in the competition.
In the Champions League?
No, there's no... This year's Champions League, no English teams are left. Arsenal and Chelsea... Arsenal and Manchester City got knocked out by Real Madrid and Dortmund just last week.
Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, so which is why City are probably going to want to really win the FA Cup.
I understand.
And the thingy, but we need to win it. Like, need to. If it's just been a dire season otherwise.
For the fans.
Oh, honestly, mate. For the heritage. I swear to God. For the Waynes. Think of the Waynes.
Just think of the Waynes.
Honestly, there's so many Man City fans popping up all over the place now. It rages me, mate.
I actually remember, like, there being an influx of people supporting City when they got when they got money, or something like that. Like, I remember, like,
I have no issues.
barely even knew who they were, and the next minute blue shirts.
I can understand when kids are supporting Man City, right? Because you support the winning team, right? But see, if you're a grown-ass man switching teams and supporting Manchester City after their stadium's been empty for the last 15 years now, all of a sudden there's about 100,000 people there because they're winning. You taking the piss?
People that just want to party, mate. They want an excuse to fucking.
Right.
They need a winning team so they can celebrate.
And I've told you before that Manchester City have 115 breaches of financial fair play against them, like charges being charged against them. 115, right? And now clubs like fucking Everton and Brentford and all this shit, they're getting charged. Like their charges are getting put through and dealt with, and they've had points deducted, all this stuff. And City have had these 115 charges for years, and nothing's happened.
Like football is a money thing, is it not? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
well, who owns City?
Like, yeah,
the people that are paying for it all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Paying for oil? Did you say that?
Yeah. Paying for oil or at all, both work. But yeah, so it's getting worse and worse. But
yeah,
I pray to God that when the 115 charges come through, you punt them out, right to the bottom of the leagues, back to League 3.
Give them the Rangers treatment.
Yeah, you're not even Manchester City anymore. You're Manchester Blue.
The Manchester City. Nah, mate, that's back to like Pez, you know. Pro
yeah, Manchester
Blue. Who are you
Blue.
Gonna play as? I'll play as London Reds,
yeah.
which I presume was fucking
Arsenal.
Yeah, and then Everton would be London Blues. No, Chelsea. Sorry, is London Blues. Fucking hell.
Everton is Liverpool.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Liverpool and Everton are like...
Yeah, they're the rival clubs in Liverpool.
Yeah.
But that's all I really want to tell you. I want to tell you about the football and tell you how disappointed I am with Manchester United.
Well, mate, you let me know when the FA Cup final... Did I get that right?
Yeah. You did,
when it's on, and I'll watch it with you.
Fair. I'll probably be at work either way.
I'll come in for a couple of pints, mate.
You've not done that yet, so I'm not going to hold you to
that.
Well,
no, it's because I don't like pints, mate.
No, I know.
Right, pints
I think the problem is you like pints a little too much.
Yeah.
Drink this.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be screaming at the TV by the end of the fucking...
Screaming for the wrong team.
Hanging over the bar.
Right, we're going to leave that there, but Cowie, thanks again for joining me.
Pleasure
as always. It's always good having a chat with you. Mm-hmm. We'll catch you guys in the next episode. As always, remember to like and subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify, and get commenting on all our social media pages. Get it done.
Yeah.
As always, peace.
Peace.